Hey, how is all my wonderful viewers and subscribers out there doing today? I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. It's Nikki D, and welcome back to the Nikki D channel. Today, we're going to be doing WWE Hot Takes, episode 12. Today's episode, we will have 8 hot takes, 2 for Raw, 2 for NXT, 2 for SmackDown, and 2 for Battleground. That happened last night as well. Other than that, don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. Other than that, let's get to it. Our first hot take of the week: will Alpha Academy turn on Chad Gable at Clash of the Castle? Well, Chad Gable, over the last month or so, has really been laying the law down with Alpha Academy, to say the least. And Chad Gable has been very vocal about how he feels about how the Alpha Academy has performed lately. And we've been getting closer and closer to teasing that Otis will turn on Chad Gable. Even this past Monday night, Otis carried Maxine Dupree and Akira Tozawa up the ramp, leaving Chad Gable alone in the middle of the ring after the segment with Sami Zayn. So, could we see it? Yes, we could definitely see it. And Sami Zayn will be defending the Intercontinental Championship against Chad Gable at Clash of the Castle, so we could see a segment where Otis costs Chad Gable the championship. I'd be here for it. It would be a good payoff to everything Alpha Academy's been doing the last few weeks. So, will Alpha Academy turn on Chad Gable at Clash of the Castle? Nikki D says yes. Our second hot take of the week: Braun Breaker is the future of Monday Night Raw? Well, I can see it. Netflix is basing a lot of what they're going to be doing in 2025 around Braun Breaker. And Braun Breaker has been showing on Raw that he is an unstoppable, unhinged monster. He's being booked perfectly for WWE right now. And I love this. Like, at first, I wasn't on board with Braun Breaker being out of the King of the Ring tournament. But what he's done since they didn't give him a spot in the King of the Ring tournament has been wonderful. He's been mowing through all competition, anywhere, anytime, on site. It doesn't matter whether it's Kale Dixon, Ricochet, Ilya Dragunov. Braun Breaker is breaking everybody that steps to him right now. And this is exactly how Braun Breaker needs to be booked. At least until we put him in a storyline with, maybe Gunther. Maybe Drew McIntyre. I would love it. It would be great. So, is Braun Breaker the future of WWE? Again, Nikki D says yes. Now down to NXT for our third hot take of the week. Javon Evans versus Shawn Spears should have happened at Battleground. Well, honestly, they've been going at it the last few weeks. Whether it's in the ring, whether it's outside the ring, whether it's in the backstage area, Javon Evans and Shawn Spears are fight on sight right now between these two superstars. And honestly, it would have given us a 7th match on the Battleground card, pay-per-view that only really went 2.5 hours anyway. So if they wanted to bump that up to the full 3 hours, they could have thrown this on the card as well. Even if it was on the pre-show, it would have been fine. But the first time that they're going to be facing up against each other is just going to be on another random Tuesday night on NXT, which is going to happen tomorrow night. Honestly, I think that this rivalry is going to be great. I think these two fighters are going to gel well in the ring together. And honestly, I think this should have been at a PLE. Whether it was a PLE on the USA Network or a Peacock, it doesn't really matter to me. But I think the first time that these two go at it should have happened at Battleground. Our fourth hot take of the week: Izzy Dane should have beat Natalya. Izzy Dane and Natalya went one-on-one this past Tuesday on NXT, and it was the veteran Natalya that walked away with a win via the most devastating move in all of WWE, the surprise roll-up. And honestly, I don't like this move. I feel like this move is used at least one time on every wrestling show. And, like, I'm not against Natalya winning this match if it's going to be by a sharpshooter. Like, then I can understand Izzy Dane tapped out. But Izzy Dane's the younger talent anyway. Natalya's the veteran. Like, Izzy Dane should have beat Natalya. Natalya should have put Izzy Dane over and sent her to within the NXT North American Women's Championship division. Like, so, yeah, I think Izzy Dane should have beaten Natalya this past Tuesday on NXT. We head over to Friday Night SmackDown for one of my biggest hot takes I've had in a long time. Our fifth hot take. The Bloodline story is boring? Well, we see Solo Sikoa being the tribal chief, and we have Tama Tonga and Tamaloa backing him up. But honestly, this just doesn't hit home for me. This has felt flat since essentially Backlash, if not flat since Roman left. The Bloodline is not the Bloodline without Roman Reigns, in my opinion. And what Solo, Tama, and Tonga are trying to do just isn't working. Roman needs to come back sooner rather than later. The Usos need to be by his side, and we need to have a battle for the Bloodline, because all these guys is devastating. That's it. They don't have no charisma. They don't have much promo work. Paul Heyman's their talking device. And honestly, I'm just not a fan of this new Bloodline. I can't wait for Roman to come back, though. Our sixth hot take of the day. Why was Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Alba Fyre, and Isla Dawn on SmackDown? I don't understand this. Okay? This is supposed to be the new era of wrestling. We just had a WWE draft at the end of April, right before Backlash, and the Monday Night Raw, Friday Night SmackDown were locked after Backlash. And here we are, 5 weeks later, taking 4 superstars that were drafted to Raw and having them show up on SmackDown. Now, I understand it's in a feud with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill over the Women's Tag Team Championships, but leave the promo work for Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Alba Fyre, and Isla Dawn on Raw. If we're going to be doing a triple threat match, because it's one SmackDown team versus 2 Raw teams. I'm not against this match happening, but I really feel like those 4 women did not need to show up on SmackDown. We need to respect the rules and the selections that were made in the draft 5 weeks ago, instead of just having superstars jump ship and go on each other's shows for the 8,000th time. So, yeah, I don't know why those 4 women were on Friday Night SmackDown. Our 7th hot take of the week will take us into Battleground. Shayna Baszler should have beat Lola Vice at Battleground. Well, Lola Vice is the new up-and-comer. I'll give her that. She's got the MMA pedigree like Shayna Baszler had, or still has, honestly. But Shayna Baszler, we're supposed to be taking her as a legitimate threat. She needs to redo her package in NXT. And honestly, we're not seeing the dominant Shayna Baszler that I was expecting to be in NXT. Like, I wasn't even expecting this match to go that long. I thought Shayna Baszler would have won after she locked her finishing move on Lola Vice and got Lola Vice to pass out. I didn't think that Lola Vice was going to tap out. I didn't think this was going to end via knockout. I thought it was going to end via knockout because Lola Vice went to sleep, putting Shayna Baszler over and back into the NXT women's main event scene. Like, if Shayna Baszler beat Lola Vice, we could have had her go against Roxanne Perez for the NXT women's title. And speaking of, our final hot take of the week, Roxanne Perez versus Jordynne Grace finish was actually clean. Honestly, the way I saw it, yeah. Like, Tatum Paxley came out and took Jordynne Grace's title. Jordynne Grace had to go out there and handle business. Roxanne Perez waited for her to get back in the ring. Not only did she get back in the ring, Jordynne Grace looked at Roxanne Perez like, okay, let's do this. And Jordynne Grace went to go hit her finisher, and her finisher got reversed into a cutter, and then Roxanne Perez hit Pop Rocks to get the win. Now, yes, I could say that there's a distraction here, but the distraction didn't affect the outcome of the match, because after the distraction was over, the two women that were in the match got back in the ring and they both said, okay, let's continue. And Jordynne Grace's finisher got reversed. Like, what if Jordynne Grace hit her finisher and won the match right then and there? Would it still have been a dirty distraction win by Jordynne Grace? I didn't think so. Okay, so yeah, maybe we could have done without Tatum Paxley interfere. And well, she didn't even really interfere. She just came down the ring and took somebody's title that was over on the side. Like, the professional wrestlers get distracted so easy. And even then, the distraction, like I said, it did not cause the winner or loser of this match. So, my honest opinion, yeah, it was a clean ending to a great NXT Women's Championship match. Now Jordynne Grace can go back to TNA. And that was WWE Hot Takes episode 12. What's your hot take of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below, because that's what it's there for. Don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you could be eligible for my giveaway when we get to 500 subscribers, y'all. Other than that, I hope all of y'all beautiful and wonderful people have a wonderful day. Don't forget, we're going to have more videos this week. We got Clash of the Castle predictions coming for y'all on Thursday. And I might sneak in a few more bonus videos but while we get the Clash of the Castle. Like, share, subscribe. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel. And I will see all of y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.